Hello and welcome to Beyond Meditation. Really happy to see you all again on Facebook Live. In a moment, we will be inviting people from different parts of the world to join us in this particular session. I will, over the next few days, just share the link of the Lion's Gate meditation. Every day, several times a day, I'm receiving huge experiences that people are having. So we'd love to share that with you also. Today's session is focusing on our relationship to pain, and the Beyond Meditation, which is all about the human vibe attunement, brings together the soul in this human form in such a way that the deep-seated conflict of the soul feeling confined in this human form is released. And in doing so, the very deep wound of separation from source is also dissolved. And that coming together results in the oneness experience occurs. We have worked through over the last several sessions, understanding what this human vibe attunement is. We did an autobiography of the soul to understand all about the soul. That was the first part in a series of sessions to do with the soul coming up. And then we had a session on understanding the human form. And over the last 10 sessions, we have been focusing on up-leveling the human form, working with different flow systems, organs of this that make up our human form. Today, it is our relationship to pain that lodges itself in different parts of our physical bodies. That's what we'll be focusing on. And applying this very high vibrational frequency of the human vibe attunement to anchor that transformation of relationship to pain. So we are going to open up the room now, and people will be joining us from different parts of the world. Thank you for being here with us. Kiara, thank you for hosting us. Please do let people join us now. Hello, Kathleen. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, Vince. Hi, Lola. Hello, Asha. Wow. Hi, Mary Catherine. Hello, Nancy. Hi, Gaurav. Hello, Linda. Hi, Sean. Welcome. Hello, Tammy. Hi, Sean. Welcome. Hi, Helene. Hi, David. Thank you all for those of you who have been sharing your feedback with me on the sessions that we have done up to now, and especially the Lion's Gate session. I am just so present when you share what you experienced. We had a very unusual share of an experience. I think Sarah Gross is probably in our group today, but she shared a series of photos, which I'll post up on Facebook for you all to see. It's like it was a pretty big day, and her photos, and she was basically capturing the sunset in Central Park in New York. And there she is, just joining us now. So she was capturing the sunset in Central Park. And in those photos emerged a collection of beautiful orbs of light. They were not visible to her naked eye. The sunset itself felt really vibrant and spectacular. So she took the photos, and there are so many of these amazing orbs that are there. Vibrant. There's a purple one, there's a magenta one, and there's a number of them which are deep pink that were present. It was very exciting to see that something happened, something shifted. It's quite beautiful. I'll share that. And I know that, those of you who are in the Journey to Miracles, you're in my WhatsApp group there. So I will share it in that group too, and in the group that has just completed the Pivot program. So you'll see those photos. The energy is just quite amazing. And she was just sharing with me a few minutes ago that the sunrise in Central Park today was quite exquisite. We are still really at the peak of the Lionsgate energies. They continue till the 12th of August, till about midnight Manhattan time. So enjoy whatever chooses to be visible to you. What it also may do for some of you is it is literally bringing to the surface stuff that you might have felt burdened by. So, if you felt heavy or heaviness, go back and repeat, just relive that. That's why I've shared the link to the YouTube recording, which Suzanne Larson did very promptly. Just go back and relive it and see what else shows up for you, and allow those burdens to be released. Now, we've been brought in today, and I always receive whatever it is that I'm to focus on. We are still in the process of upleveling this human form. And today's session, and this is actually begins a set of 4 sessions, which are actually to do with transforming our relationships to certain experiences that we have in this human form that actually compromise the experience of this human form. Experience, and which diminishes the extent to which we can come alive and enjoy being in flow while coming alive. So today's session is focusing on pain. And I'm talking about physical pain. It could be pain, a muscular pain. It could be, pain in your skeletal system, a whole variety of pain. I'm also talking about pain in the context of emotional distress or emotional hurt, or any mental anguish that you might have. There is so much that has been so different about what has been going on the planet that it's very easy to go into a space of mental anguish or, upset or emotional uncertainty. And that has the vibration of pain, and it has an impact on us. So today's session is all about transforming that relationship to pain that diminishes the ability of this human form to amplify to the extent that it is capable of its own innate vibe of being love. So I invite you to be comfortable, remain seated up, have your back feel supported. You don't have to rest against a chair or a wall. You can be sitting up. It's for this purpose. We want, or whatever support we can get, energetic and otherwise, that will allow us to ground and release stuff that we don't want into the core of the earth. And from the core of the earth, there will be different ways in which it will actually get released and removed from our orbit even. So be comfortable and have your feet on the floor if you can. And if for any medical condition you are not able to, then that's fine. Be responsible for your own comfort. And what I want to clarify here is when I say responsible, often it is, people talk about responsibility as something that they are responsible for. But actually, and it can, a whole series of things that you feel responsible for can actually create an accumulation of feeling burdensome. Responsibility actually is our ability to respond, responsibility. Responsible is response able to respond. So when you feel burdened, when you feel you're in a state of I should not, and I have to, I need to, that diminishes your ability to respond. So something like what we are working on today, which is transforming our relationship to pain, pain can feel burdensome. It definitely does diminish our ability to respond. And the responsibilities that we've taken on start to feel burdensome. And there is even greater pain, mental, emotional, physical. All of that comes together. And then the human, we forget that we are actually in this human form. And the human form is all about being love. And being love calls you to just be. And when you are just being, you're in that amplifying space where love is being amplified. And that is a very high vibrational frequency. And if you've been participating in the Beyond meditation, your soul being is already, being attuned to acknowledging itself as a human, receiving itself as a human, and accepting itself as a human. So it is already starting to get into a space of feeling comfortable, expressing itself in its limit and its limitless nature, its eternalness, and that knowingness that it is indestructible. That unleashes and gives a freedom to the human form to amplify, without boundaries, without any limitations. And it literally uplifts this human form to a completely new vibrational level. And when the soul comes in and acknowledges this human form, the vibrational level of this human form starts to match that of the soul. And that recognition and that remembrance returns of the eternalness of our existence. And that is what causes us to release physical discomfort, physical dis-ease, because there is no vibrational match for those lowering vibrational experiences to exist. So that's just a very quick snapshot. There's so much depth to what I have just said. We're going to get straight into transforming a relationship to pain. Okay, so you are comfortable. The base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. The middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Have your arms on either side, your fingers just dropping down, your palms facing forward, and your fingertips are connected to the core of the earth. And you're going to scan your body. You're going to go around in concentric circles, begin about 6 inches above your crown, and then you work your way in concentric circles. Begin with the front of your forehead, the back of your head, and scan everything in between. And just that act of scanning, you don't have to worry about anything else. The moment you scan, any energies that no longer belong, any energies that no longer serve you, any excess energies that diminish or deplete the human form in any way, get released into the core of the earth. Go to the front of the nose, the back of your head, the front of your mouth, the back of your upper neck, your chin, your jaws, the back of your neck, and everything in between, the front of your chest, your upper chest, the back of your shoulders and the shoulder blades, and scan everything in between. So much of our endocrine system resides there. The front of your chest, the back of your upper back, and scan everything in between. The front of your waist, the back of your middle back, and scan everything in between. The front of your abdomen, the back of your lower back, and scan everything in between, including your abdominal cavity and all the organs that reside there. Your entire spine has been covered. You've scanned through it, and you're releasing any energies that no longer serve you. The top of your thighs, the back of your thighs, the front of your knees, the back of your knees, the front of your shin, the back of your calf muscles, the top of your feet, the base of your feet, the top of your ankle, the base of your heel, your toes, the top and bottom of your toes. You're scanning your entire body from top to bottom. You're bringing your arms and your palms and you're placing them on top of your thighs. Your palms are facing upwards. And the scanning is going on, that release is continuing. You're going to get aligned and attuned in a whole brain state even before we begin the work on transforming your relationship with pain. The intention is the upleveling of this human form. So breathe in to the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 6. And this aligns your mind brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. The gut is the steward, the custodian of all the wisdom that you have ever amassed in this human form. Your heart is anchored in the now. It is not affected by any emotion whatsoever. It just performs its function. Left to its own devices, it remains beating away, moment by moment. We can burden it by using phrases such as, "My heart hurts," or "I feel sad in my heart." You know, "I'm angry." All those sort of things interfere with the smooth vibrational frequency of the heart that is anchored in the now. Allow it to just be, and it does what it's here to do. Pump away. And your mind brain, the brain as we know it, that's the brain that oscillates between the past and the future. It ensures that you've survived. It ensures that you inform yourself from the past and cautiously move forward towards the future. And that also is fine, because survival is important. Otherwise, there is no human form. But once you've survived, when you're breathing in and out, you've survived. The vibration, as many of you have heard me say, is all about thriving, the thriving instinct. When the thriving instinct is anchored and switched on, survival is a given. The mind brain relaxes when it knows it is not alone running the show. It is one of 3 key support systems that we each have in our bodies. So breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Focus your attention in your heart. And as you're breathing in, breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. And when you're breathing out, breathe out gratitude and peace. Many of you may already be feeling heaviness in your eyelids. And your eyes may feel flushed. Your ears may crackle a little. Drop your tongue if it is resting on the top of your palate. Let it rest comfortably in your mouth. We're going to begin with 3 acknowledgements from the soul being to this human form. So the human form rises to the highest vibration of itself, extrapolating and amplifying the frequency of love as it slides into a state of deep comfort, being the vessel of expression and fulfillment of its soul presence. The soul, on the other hand, relinquishes all conflicts and becomes at one with the human form, knowing that the human form has an innate vibration of love and is strong enough, expanded enough, and grounded enough, and anchored enough for it to express itself fully through this human form. So even before we focus our attention consciously on pain, just by declaring that this session is about transforming our relationship to pain, that in itself anchors us very solidly, connecting us to the core of the earth. So repeat after me. Your soul being communicating with your human form. Allow your human form to receive this. And as it receives it, notice the back of your crown being pulled up, the base of your spine connecting to the core of the earth even more strongly, shoulders dropping down, shoulder blades anchored at the back, the perfect posture. Receive the acknowledgement from the soul being, and in your receiving, we anchor the coming together as one. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Allow yourself to receive this acknowledgement. Allow yourself to amplify the acceptance of the union between the soul presence and this human form. There's a lot of energy we have moved, so if you feel like yawning, it's totally fine. If you've already tranced out, that also is fine. We're actually going into our human body, and we're traveling in. The next breath you take, notice that breath sliding down your body, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc. It goes all the way down the back of your legs, all the way into the tips of your toes. The next breath you take, it's as if you're breathing in from the tip of your toes, rising up, going all the way back on the back of your legs, up your spine, all the way up to your throat. Breathing out gratitude and peace. This time you're breathing in from your nose, and you're breathing in, and that breath is going in. It's going into your gums, your jaws, your jawbone. And it's going in, and from there it is rising through your throat all the way to the top of your head, top of your crown. And when you breathe out, it's as if the breath out is coming out from your crown. One more set of this. Breathe in. See that breath travel down your spine, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, all the way down the back of your legs, underneath your feet, out through your tippy toes. Breathe in again, and this time you're going from the base of your feet, rising up the back of your legs, going up your spine, all the way down to your throat. And as you're breathing out, the breath out is coming out from your throat. Breathe in. You breathe into your heart, and you allow that breath to rise up from the back of your heart, through your pituitary, into your gums, all the way up to your brain. And as you're breathing out through your third eye. You focus your attention into your heart now, and keep filling your heart with love, kindness, and compassion. Just breathe out gratitude and peace. When you breathe in, you fill your heart up with love, kindness, and compassion, and you breathe out gratitude and peace. Some of you may feel some involuntary shaking, and that's just releasing stuff that no longer belongs, so that you can feel settled coming home to you. Wherever we may feel pain, the vibration of pain itself resides like a repository that gets covered up. And it shows up from time to time when there is an external stimulus that is meant to cause pain. Or if we have a physical condition, every time we make certain movements, which in the past our association is with that those movements can cause pain, we experience pain. And that repository of the pain stimulus is held just where the small intestine joins the large intestine. And it starts going up the ascending colon. It's just that space is where that receptor of pain resides. And with this powerful cellular communication system that each one of us has, we interpret our own instructions. You allow yourself to experience the centeredness of you. You're connected to that repository of the pain stimulus. You have never ever connected to it before. You have felt it. You thought you had a cold, but suddenly your legs hurt. A stimulus of pain, as it keeps growing and growing and growing, it produces a lot of exertion in the right foot, the right thighs, the right shin, and the right calf. And when you feel your right side somewhat compromised, the left side overcompensates, and the physical experience of pain, in fact, often shows up on the left side. So I'm just allowing each one of you to connect to that repository of pain. Notice for yourself when you look at that repository, what shape does it have? Whatever the shape, imagine that a heart has been placed on it. Placing the heart is a reminder of being in your innate vibration. Okay, now that that pain stimulus repository connection has been made, notice there is a golden healing light that is rising from the middle of your feet. It is rising up, rising up, rising up, and going into your pelvic girdle. And as it is doing that, the first thing it is doing is readjusting the pelvic girdle a little bit. And in readjusting that pelvic girdle a little bit, it's as if your posture shifts. And when your posture shifts, that stiffness that might have existed in the lower back becomes very tight until it releases itself. If the tightness remains, just breathe into it. And as you breathe out, it releases itself. And a remembrance returns to who you are. You are an organism that's breathing, that has life. When you get that there is only one purpose to life, which is to come alive, you start honoring the life force in this organism that you call your physical body, that is breathing. You're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to direct your breath to that region where your small intestine joins the colon. It's on your right-hand side, just above your groin, below your abdomen. Some places where there's a prolapse or there's a deformation, then it is adjusted a little bit. But we are literally allowing the two to find each other. Now that the pelvic girdle has come back to normal, there's a nice flow of vital life force in that region. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out from that particular part of your body. Because that breath out is releasing toxicity that might have built up in that particular region, both physical as well as mental, as well as emotional toxicity, which shows up in the form of a disconnection to your own spirituality, and duality becomes rife and rampant. A lot of work is happening in these silences right now. So you may feel gurgling. You may feel certain movements going on. You may feel belching even, and it will all relax. Some of the solar plexuses of people in this system, in this group here, are not quite where they are meant to be. That is also being adjusted as we speak. And in doing so, as these adjustments are taking place, it's as if you start receiving a shower of a pearlesque light. And that's coming from the cosmos. And you're surrounded by a column of purple light. And this shower of pearlesque white light is actually coming down your body. And in these minute adjustments that are taking place, the pressure is being released. And as the pressure is released, the repositor of pain, the pain impulse, is being neutralized and washed away. And as it is being washed away with this very powerful light from the cosmos, it is up-leveling the vibrational presence of your being, of your human form. And in this up-leveling that is taking place, it is happening at a cellular level. Consciously, your mind is very engaged in feeling all of these different experiences. The key thing for us to do is to release messages that are held in the water that is running through our bodies, that continues to hold the energy signature of the pain impulse. And we're going to do that. We're doing another set of the human vibe attunement. For now, just allow yourself to receive this pearlesque white light shower from the cosmos. It's entering every cell in your body. The purple light column that you're in the middle of literally is sending beams of light into your third eye, into your pineal, opening up and releasing any blockages to your connection to your own inner wisdom, including a confidence that now starts to set in. The confidence to trust in yourself, in your choices that you make for you. Confidence in expressing the fullness of the expression of yourself. The pain impulses are literally being washed away. Take a really deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, just notice that breath. That breath is going all the way up to the top of your crown, the back of your head. You're breathing in, it's moving really fast down your spine, all the way down to the base of your feet, through your toes. And as you're breathing out, the breath out is coming out of your toes towards your heart, and that breath out is being released from your heart. Lots of stuff happened there. It doesn't matter that you didn't follow me. It's okay. My communication is always cellular. Every cell in your being is your entire world. And all of your human form represents your world beyond the world that you even know it. Because we are bringing together the soul being and the human form in complete harmony. Okay. You're now giving permission to your cells to release pain impulses that are only energetic and that no longer belong. And your cells are receiving that permission. Allow your cells the permission to now purge them and release them through the base of your feet into the core of the earth. Next time you have an experience of physical pain, get back to that golden cord and release it into the core of the earth. If you experience emotional hurt, connect to the knowing that this emotional hurt is going to lodge itself in an organ that is weakened. And in that knowingness, bring in this pearlesque white light and release that light into your physical body, allowing it to go into those organs that may have been compromised in some way. You could be easily numbed to pain. And the numbness often is an indication that there is so much pain that you've allowed yourself to become numb to it. The fact that you feel pain is something to celebrate and acknowledge. And in doing so, the desire for it to remain and hold on to its presence, to its identity as the pain impulse actually gets transformed, and you allow yourself to relinquish it. Several adjustments that will take place over the next 9 to 12 hours. Allow yourself to receive the fullness, the wholeness of your beingness. And now repeat after me. And this time it is your human form that is declaring this. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. The soul being and the human form make this declaration together, and it feels like the most exquisite philharmonic orchestra that is lodging within your being the vibration of that ultimate oneness, the oneness with the Creator within, the Creator inside of you, and the Creator outside of you. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. If you feel piercing pain anywhere at all, just send to that space that pearlesque white light and give that space permission to relinquish and release the pain impulse. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. You're going to get into a whole brain state with the 946 breath. And this time it is opening up and aligning all of the 13 chakras, having a direct impact on the flow of your chi, your prana, your life force energy. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your hands in front of your throat, rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes. Take them on top of your crown, the back of your head, on either side of your neck, down your shoulders. Just do an energy sweep and blow on the palm of your hands. We've started the process. We've anchored it. The bandwagon is already rolling, transforming your relationship to pain. Over the next 8 to 12 hours, there may be some intensity of activity that will take place. I always ask for everything to occur with ease, joy, and grace. So allow yourself to experience the ease, joy, and grace. Depending on the scale of what is at the root cause of the pain impulse that you may have experienced, there may be an experience of physical discomfort. Notice it, send that pearlesque white light to it. Allow yourself to receive the blessing of you in its fullness. Give your cells permission to transform their relationship to pain. And if the pain persists, then smile. Smile, even bigger beaming smile. Swallow that smile. Direct the swallowing of that smile into the area where you feel the pain. And as it is traveling through your digestive system, and also it is immediately absorbed by your bloodstream. And all of those cells start to beam that smile, the big beaming smile. And all the smiles come together, holding the space for the recovery and release of that particular part of your body that is in pain. If you feel emotional pain, it always will show up somewhere in your body. So even if it feels deep hurt, we may say it is our heart hurts, but actually when you tune in, you will notice it actually feels the hurt is held somewhere else. Wherever that is, you can repeat this whole session, and the minimum you can do is the 9-4-6 breath, get aligned, deep breath in, send that pearlesque white light, smile, the big beaming smile, swallow that smile, direct it into that area where there is pain. Some of you may have heard me talk about, it is time for a new fashion. It is the time to live our life with passion. That is the new fashion. And with this, in this fashion, the fashion statement is depicted with your style, and it is the style of smile. So enjoy the journey. The human vibe attunement is complete, and we always love to hear from you on what your experience is right now through the chat. So please go ahead and share that. Thank you so much. Magnify, feeling blessed. Thank you for your time and guidance and selfless service to humanity. Thank you, really, thank you. Happy Janmashtami. Yes, today and tomorrow is the birth of Lord Krishna, the beautiful childlike wonder of a deep, wise soul. I will do a session on Krishna another time. Feeling released and blessed. Thank you. Magnificence. Healing light. Hurting to healing. Yes. Transcendence. Beaming. Wonderful tonight. Exquisite. Exquisite. Lovely to see you, Mynoo, and all this healing. Thank you. To Ireland. Tingles throughout my body. Yes, yes, yes. Blissed out. Thank you. Empowered, grounded, feeling powerful. Giving smile to my pain. Indeed. Healing peace. Sitting tall. Indeed. Huge smile and gratitude. And feeling released. Peacefulness, love. Gratitude to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude to each one of you. And thank you to your service to humanity in showing up and really following the journey and doing this work. Each one of you is now quite a powerful holographic presence on the planet, and operating from a state of oneness. In this human vibe attunement, we are serving so many people that we have physically, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously touched. And the fact that we are here from different parts of the world, there is a vibrational exchange of the vibe that we are all emanating. So thank you all for being here. Thank you. Peaceful joy, kindness, and compassion, thinking positive indeed. Transformed peace and smiling. Thank you. We're going to close the meeting room now. Thank you.